Okay, we're just doing like a intro.
Yeah. Yaz, are we live on YouTube right now?
Meeting is now live on YouTube. Okay, so let me. We are live on YouTube.
Nice.
Let me get you guys the link. So actually, you know what? It might let me just share it. Nope, it's saying no. Yeah, we are. Congratulations. I just shared the link in the chat.
Perfect. Thank you.
And then going on Facebook.
I'm sorry, I'm so new to this. If we have questions on Facebook, do you want me to post them to the chat?
Yes, please.
Okay.
I might ask you occasionally too.
Perfect.
Thank you. Hey, Yasmina, is there anyone in the waiting room that you see? Oh, there we go. Perfect. Just so you know, Dr. Ehrlich, we have started streaming to YouTube. That way it's already going when we start at 6.
Excellent. How's everybody?
We're good.
There we go.
Thank you for being here. Mandy, do you have any relation to Officer Festi, our SRO? Yeah. Nice.
We like to keep things a family affair at Hulstrom. So.
Yeah, that's awesome.
I was
Actually,
gonna say, it depends on the day.
Yeah, exactly.
So, because we work so much with him, then that's how the whole thing started. He's like, my wife has her master's in gifted. And I was like, really?
Oh, that's a cool connection.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Has the post, is there a post on Facebook with the link? Does somebody get that out?
I don't see one. Is it on the main PTA page?
No, I was just wondering if anybody had posted it to Facebook yet.
No, I'm sorry. I thought that you were gonna do it, but I can do it.
Oh, okay, no, yeah, I can totally do it. It's totally fine.
Sorry. And I appreciate you for doing that. Thank you.
Can you hear me?
All right. Yes,
Can you hear
ma'am.
me?
And we're live streaming already, just to give you a heads up, but yes, I can hear you. Oh, okay. Well, you have some time before you have to introduce yourself. But I can hear you.
I can't hear you either.
Oh, I can hear you. Okay. Well, let's get started. It's at 6 o'clock. Okay, so I am going to call this meeting to order, and we're going to start with the Pledge of Allegiance. So I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for
Hey,
all.
Will,
Hey,
my
Selena.
audio isn't working.
Selena, you're not on mute. I'm muted. Was I muted the whole time? Okay, good. Welcome everybody to our first PTA meeting of the year. Obviously, we're working out some kinks in our first meeting, but I appreciate you being here and we're excited to kick off this year. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Jonna Green. This is my 4th year at Hulstrom. I have a 1st grader and a 3rd grader. And this is my 3rd year on the PTA. This year I am the PTA president. So hopefully you will be seeing a lot of me and I'll be seeing a lot of you this year, but I would like to be a resource for you. Selena, you're not on mute again. Before we get into our action items and the rest of our meeting, I just want to give some recognition to our community. The first person I want to start out with is Sabina Raver. She is our new family chair on the PTA, and she has worked her butt off all summer long, welcoming all the new incoming K-8 students. She sent out newsletters all summer long. She coordinated play dates and t-shirts, and the new family pastries and coffee on the first day of school. So I just want to give her a shout out for all of her hard work. The next people I want to give a shout out to are our barbecue, fun family events, and our fun run coordinators, our fundraising chairs on the board. So Yasmina Villalpando, Kim Sandoval, who are running the fun run on Friday. They've been working for, almost 2 months now, trying to get this event put together, and they've put in endless hours. So it's going to be a blast. And I just want to give them a shout out for all the hard work they're doing. Same with our family events chairs, Lisa Weirman and Jackie, I hope I don't butcher it, Roaucho. But thank you. They have also been putting in a lot of hours, just making sure that this is a great community event for everyone. I hope that you're all planning on coming. And I want to thank these ladies for all their hard work. And then I want to give some people in the Hulstrom community a shout out. You guys have showed up for us, even though we've only been in school for just over a month. Everyone showed up for the bake sale. So whether you baked things or store-bought things, and everyone came together and donated to make this event a success. It was our most successful bake sale in the history of the PTA, and we couldn't do it without you. Thank you for taking the time to sell during the bake sale. If you helped sell the items to the students, or if you helped set up or clean up, we appreciate you. And a special shout out to Michelle Fleetus and Brittany Bailey, who are both former board members of the PTA. They coordinated this event for us. So a special shout out to them. We want to give a shout out to everyone who has come to our spirit nights. We've had 2 spirit nights this year. So the one last month was Noodles and Company. And then this month we had one at Panda Express. So if you took the time out of your night to eat with us and donate to those spirit nights, we appreciate you. And then I want to thank everyone who has donated to the fun run. I just looked and we're at 80% to our goal, which is incredible. So thank you to everyone who has donated. Thank you for those of you who have signed up for the fun run as a volunteer, or if you've signed up as a volunteer for the barbecue or for the potluck. This community is incredible. We see you and we appreciate you. You are the reason that my family chose to come to Hulstrom, and we continue to stay at Hulstrom. And you are the reason why I volunteer my time as PTA president. So thank you for all you do. We really appreciate this community. With that being said, we're going to move on to the approval of our minutes from May 17th, which was our last PTA membership meeting. So I motion to pass the meeting minutes from May 17th, 2022. Can I please get a first and a second on the meeting minutes?
I first.
Thank you, Yasmina.
I second.
Thank you, Jessica. With that, the meeting minutes have passed. And now we can move on to our principal update from Dr. Ehrlich.
Hello, everybody. Thanks for coming. Just wanted to reiterate first everything that John had just said about how amazing everybody is. We've had a really good beginning of the school year. Just some updates. So we had our first pastries with the principal last Friday. And so many of these updates I already gave to them. And if you can't make those, because we know not everybody can make those, we do always share the notes a week after. So the notes will come out in this coming week's newsletter. We do it during the day though, because we like to open up the classrooms. So we always tour classrooms in conjunction with the pastries with the principal. So last week we were able to get into all 3rd and 4th grade classrooms, and it was a really great time. In terms of updates, a few things have returned. So back in the day, I think even like 15 years ago, there was a huge budget crisis and middle school sports were eliminated. Those were brought back this year at the district level. And so for the first time ever since I've been at Hulstrom or in Adams 12, we have middle school sports. Right now we have co-ed cross country going on, and that has been really fun. Then coming up, we have girls basketball next. And then in the spring, we have boys basketball. So it has been a lot of fun to just see our middle school students come together in a new and different way, and just watching them compete with all the other middle schools in the district. So it's been a lot of fun. Another thing that has returned, not at the district level, but we just brought it back at Hulstrom, was 6th grade outdoor education. So in the past, that was provided by the district in the same, I believe, budget cut that eliminated middle school sports. That was also eliminated. So we have brought that back. So actually, we will be going on a 6th grade outdoor ed trip next week. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, a group of us will be going and taking all of our 6th graders to the YMCA at the Rockies. So we're really looking forward to that. And, you know, sometimes we get the question on why 6th graders, and ultimately we are using it as an opportunity to just build and solidify relationships that will hopefully then carry through the rest of middle school. We are having a 7th grade outdoor education field trip in the next Thursday, which will also be at YMCA of the Rockies. It's just a full day though, not an overnight. And then we will also be having an 8th grade kind of outdoor edish opportunity in October. So it'll be half of 8th grade one day, half of 8th grade another day. And they'll be doing a high ropes course at UNC, and then also having a college campus tour. So we're really excited to offer those opportunities as well. Another update, I'm sure everybody has seen it at this point, but we had right before COVID hit, we had a very generous donation from a family. And when we asked the students how they wanted that money spent, they had said an outdoor education garden. And when we started talking with them about the elements they wanted to see, they wanted almost like an outdoor classroom type area. So we worked with CSU to develop plans with some landscape design architect students, and they were able to take everything that the students wanted and came up with just a bunch of different ideas that then we gave back to the students to say which are your top kind of selections. And so we were really excited that this summer we were finally able to break ground. And so we do have now an outdoor classroom area that's all graded and sodded, and the sprinklers were fixed, and then all the concrete was laid down. And so that is ready for us to start using. And then we kind of have like different phases of that the students wanted to see done as well. So we'll be getting those priced out next, and then seeing where we can get funding for those additional pieces. But we're very excited that we have what we have, because right now, with 9 grade levels, ultimately, we have got somebody always out in the back of the building. And so that's why it was built on that side of the building there. Other things, kindergarten through 5th grade have either had or are having curriculum nights, and just kind of going through all the different curriculum that's being used at the elementary level, including the new benchmark reading curriculum that's being utilized, and just going through kind of our programming so parents have a better stance of the advanced programming that's offered at Hulstrom. And another big piece that has changed this year is the panorama survey data. So we traditionally have always done that in the spring. So 3rd through 8th grade students, as well as staff and parents have taken that. This year, the students are also taking it in the fall. So we kind of have like a pre and a post, so we can use that to create programming responsive to the students' just self-perception data. So we're excited about that. Full speed ahead at the beginning of the year. A lot of it is building routines and expectations for the new grade level. We've, for the first time since COVID, have had PBIS, so positive behavior support assemblies for kindergarten through 5th grade. We've had root beer float parties that was funded by PTA, so thank you guys. And then we've also the same thing that we've been able to have throughout COVID, the Star Student Spotlight Awards, which is our favorite. Every staff member has the opportunity to nominate 1 student per week. And then we give the parents a call, and then we have everyone come down to the office on Friday, and we have a celebration. So it's really fun just to talk to all the parents about something positive, as well as just have the kids down to celebrate just how amazing they are. So just, want to end lifting up that bake sale. I know like all of the staff is like, I got a voucher. I got a voucher. And so, I get asked a lot, just what can we do to show support to teachers? So one is obviously like, PTA, because the funding that comes from PTA is pretty unparalleled, and we really just appreciate that. But those handwritten notes and those vouchers go a really, people were seriously so excited. So if you did that in any sort of way, participated, thank you guys so much. And just want to thank you guys for all of the fundraising that's happening this week. We're having a lot of fun with Spirit Week. We are very excited for the fun run. We're excited for the barbecue. I'm excited to get taped to the school. I can't walk through the cafeteria right now with especially the little ones who are just like, are you really being taped to the school? And I was like, oh yeah, I'll see you there. So we're really looking forward to it. But thank you guys for everything.
Thank you for everything. You guys are obviously working very, very hard for the school. All of those new programs for middle school are incredible, and everything that you are doing. So thank you guys as well.
Our pleasure. Oh, were there any questions or anything?
I don't see any. I'm watching YouTube and there are no questions in the chat. Lisa,
Okay.
do you see anything on Facebook? Nope. Okay. Nothing yet.
Okay.
I should mention to everyone that if you are on YouTube, you can chat through the app if you have any questions, or if you're on Facebook, Lisa's watching comments on there, so you can just comment on the video. And with that, I will pass it over to Selena for the treasure update.
Yes, hi guys. Happy New Year. New school year. I just wanted to let you know that we started out August 1st with a balance of 74,979. 76 was our change on that. And we ended up the month of August on 79,833 and 16 cents. And some of the income that we had is a lot of it is our t-shirts. So we haven't paid that out. So I just wanted to be transparent that that amount will go down a little bit when we pay out the t-shirt order that we have. Was PTA memberships, some stuff from our activity fair. We had a couple of carryover items, that checks that came in late from last year's spirit events. And the expenses we've had are, some teacher grants. We've had about 6 so far this year. And we've had like our normal fees that we have, and some of our new family stuff, and of course getting ready for the barbecue and the fun run. But I did want to also mention that coffee and confections, even though it wasn't in our August report, I want to totally do a shout out to everybody who participated and helped. So thank you so much. That event was so successful. We raised $1,399.30. So thank you guys so much for that. We totally appreciate it. And it goes to so many amazing events. So thank you. And if you guys have anything or need anything, just let me know.
Thank you, Selena. And again, thank you to everyone in the community who came out for the spirit events and for the bake sale. We really appreciate it. So you guys are just incredible. We're going to move on to PTA updates. So I'm just going to go through my screen because this is our first meeting. I'm going to have everyone from the PTA board who is on the meeting turn on their camera and introduce themselves, and then share any updates if they have any for the community. We have about half of our team. I haven't quite looked. We have 11 board members this year, but our fun run t-shirts were delivered yesterday. And so half of our team is at Kristen Gill's house. Shout out to Kristen, who is organizing our bulk apparel this year. So they're at her house organizing fun run t-shirts to make sure that we get them to you by Friday. So for those of you who are here, I'm going to start with Jessica because you're my first one on my screen. So Jess, will you turn on your camera and introduce yourself, please?
Can you all see me? Yes. Okay. Hi, I'm Jessica. I am Jessica Meglio. I'm the secretary on the PTA. I have a 3rd grader at Hulstrom, and my main duties as secretary include record keeping of all of our meetings and managing our membership.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Lisa, you are next on my screen, so you are next up. Yes. Can you go, Lisa? You're on mute.
Sorry. Did you say me?
No, Lisa, sorry.
I thought you said Sally. I was like, wait, what? Me?
No,
Oh,
no,
my bad.
sorry.
Sorry, I was also hoping it was Sally next. So my name is Lisa Weirman. I am the co-chair of family events with Jackie. My son Oliver is in 1st grade in Mrs. Caron's class. He's having the best year ever. We are so excited about the barbecue on Friday. We're really looking forward to it. And I did want to just do a really quick plea. We are most of the way there with our volunteers, but we still need a lot of help. So I am going to just beg. If anyone hasn't joined the Sign Up Genius yet, please go on there. We're looking for only about a half hour of everyone's time during the barbecue, because we really want you to also have the opportunity to have a good time with your family at the barbecue. If you know anyone that can volunteer, if you have middle schoolers or high schoolers that need hours, please introduce them, this to them as well. We will literally take anything we can get at this point. And we really appreciate everyone that is contributing and helping out to get this started. That being said, one quick thing, please do make sure that you fill out the volunteer form and hand it in to Miss Tracy tomorrow. If you have access to the Hulstrom website, the drop down is resources, and then you'll see the volunteer application. We are doing the drive up tomorrow where people can hand off their non-perishables. If you fill out that application tonight, please feel free to put it in an envelope and throw it at me as you see me in the drive-through line. Ball it up, toss it at me, whatever it takes. But let's get those into Miss Tracy as well, please. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Lisa. Jackie, I will have you go next so you can be paired with your partner.
Sorry, of course, my 2-year-old walked in right as you called me. But my name's Jackie Roacho. I am, my daughter's in first grade in Miss Ganella's class. And she also is having a fantastic year. And I just mirror what Lisa says. We're super excited for the barbecue tomorrow, or I'm sorry, on Friday. And we are, I'm sorry, just a second. Okay, sorry. We are looking for more volunteers, as she said, and then also looking for more people to sign up to contribute food at the potluck. We're doing a super fun hot dog, like a gourmet hot dog bar this year. So we've got lots of toppings, lots of just fun stuff that we haven't seen before. So if you haven't signed up yet for the potluck, please go onto the Sign Up Genius that has been out in newsletters. It's on Facebook. Sign up for it, and we are doing a non-perishable food drop-off. It's tomorrow morning at student drop-off. We'll grab them from your cars. That way you don't have to worry about bringing it to the barbecue on Friday. If you did sign up to bring a hot or cold dish, then go ahead and bring that on Friday between 5 and 5:30. We'll get that set up so everyone can start eating around 5:30. And we appreciate you guys. This barbecue wouldn't be what it is going to be without you guys. So we appreciate any help we can get, and we're gonna have a fun time.
Thank you. And don't apologize about your kids. We are all parents. We all get it. So not a big deal. But we're all looking forward to the barbecue. So you guys are doing awesome, and I can't wait for Friday evening. All right, Miss Erin Barrett, if you are available, it is your turn.
Okay, so I actually locked my door. I did hear rattling on the handle, but my door is locked, so there will be no kids coming in, hopefully. So I'm Erin Barrett, and I'm the communications chair or coordinator. I guess I need to figure out the proper title. And basically what that means is I handle the newsletters every week and get those out. And those are distributed through class reps. So I kind of manage that team of class reps. And so I'm very, very grateful for them. So for example, today we had an email that we needed to push out pretty quickly. And that's why it was really awesome to have that network of class reps that can just send that out to the classes. And we just had our first class rep coffee. And so just a way to have the class reps kind of meet each other and have a chance to talk about, you know, I kind of see there's a lot of first grade parents that are asking about, you know, this or that, and then they can kind of talk and maybe problem solve. And if there's anything to bring back to the classes, then they can do that. I do have, currently I have 2 children that attend Hulstrom. One is in 4th grade, one is in 7th grade, and my oldest just graduated from Hulstrom last year, so he's in high school, which is new ground for me.
Thank you. Yasmina, if you're able, can you turn on your camera and go next? I'm not sure if Yas. Yeah.
I'm on.
Okay, perfect.
I really don't want to turn on my camera, but there you go.
You don't have to.
Oh, okay. Well, it's already on.
Yeah.
I'm Yasmina Villalpando. I am the fundraising co-chair along with Kim Sandoval. I have a 2nd grader, Mercy, and a 5th grader, Genesis. Yeah, and just to kind of piggyback what Jonna said, we are so excited for our families. You guys are awesome. You guys are rock stars. I'm just blown away to be at 80% of our goal. We only need, you know, just a little bit more to go. So feel free to share. I don't know if you guys saw the email that the school that Ms. Depp sent out has a Canva template that you can use and, you know, put in your kiddo's picture and send it out to families. Yeah, a lot of fun ways. We made it, you know, we try to make it as easy as possible for families to give and for you guys to share that with friends and family and neighbors. Still needing volunteers. So even if you're planning on just being there to cheer on the students, on Friday for the fun run, we would appreciate it if you sign up. So there's my shameless plug.
No shame in your game. Thank you. And thank you to all of the PTA members. I don't say it enough. You know, the board is just a board full of moms this year. It doesn't have to be moms, but just incredible parents who are volunteering their time to be here. So I'm very appreciative of all of you. And you guys are rock stars as well. That being said, we're going to move on to our guest speakers for the evening, which is our GT specialist team. So whoever wants to start can take it away.
I'm a little out of practice with this, like sharing my screen business. Are you here with me, Mandy?
Yeah.
Okay,
Do you have
perfect.
it?
Do you want me- Yep. Do you want me to share it?
Sure.
Okay. So I am the gifted and talented coordinator. Mandy is the gifted and talented advocate, which is a new position. We are very delighted to have her, but it's a new half-time position that was added from the district. So every school in the district has this new position. And then we also have Tyler, our gifted and talented instructional coach. So Tyler is not able to make it today, but let me see if I can share my screen if I'm allowed to do this. But he did record a video for us. So I'm going to share that with you now. All right, so basically we're just going to share with you our roles and kind of what we do at Hulstrom. So here's our lovely pal and partner in crime, Tyler.
Sally, can you turn it up? We actually can't hear.
Oh, yeah, hang on, give me 1 sec. Let me pause, Tyler. I'm gonna make it full screen. Come up. Turn my volume up. All right, tell me if this is any better. Is that better?
No, we
You're
can't
not
see him
sharing
or
the
hear him.
screen.
What?
Do you want me
Dang
to try?
All right, Mandy, I don't know, I have my volume all the way up. Can you see my screen? Yeah, Mandy, you take it.
Let's see.
I thought we were prepared. We even practiced.
We can see him, but we can't hear him.
That's so weird.
That's weird. Either it's playing on my side.
I know, I can hear it on mine too.
Well, we could skip his for now and go to ours, and then I could.
That sounds great. Why don't you continue sharing, because you're doing a great job. Okay, so like I said, Mandy is the GTA, or the Gifted and Talented Advocate. I'm the coordinator. So some of the things that she and I both do together is we support staff in making ALPs or creating advanced learning plans. So that includes not only designing goals and things, but the actual logistics around how do you enter them? How do you communicate with parents? Parent and student interviews and that sort of thing. So getting the information, because it's essential that we get parent input and student input in designing those advanced learning plans for kids who have been identified as being gifted. Also, a big part of our roles is we schedule, administer, and communicate with staff and families about our gifted and talented testing. So not every student in our school has been identified. And so there's a few pathways to being formally identified. The district-wide, they do universal screeners at 2nd grade and 6th grade. So that's one pathway. Also, if there are students who are not in those grades who have not been formally identified, their families can refer them for testing in our newsletter every week. For the past few weeks, I've been putting in there the link to or the link for parents to fill out a form to refer their kids for testing. So feel free to reach out to either of us if that's something you're interested in. Also, something that's come up recently, like if you have a child or a student who's been identified in math, but you feel like, hey, wait a minute, like reading is also a strength area, we can add that label so they get a goal in that area too. You just have to reach out to us and we can walk you through that process. The next piece is the DBC Studio, which stands for Design, Build, and Create. It's our makerspace studio, and I'm very, very happy that Mandy is here. She's taken a great leadership role, and she's done some really amazing things, helping us get that off the ground and running. And I'm gonna let her tell you more about that part.
Thank you. Yeah. So the Design Build Create Studio was an idea that came up at Hulstrom kind of pre-COVID and had kind of started, but then COVID got in the way of us being able to use it to its full potential. A lot of our teachers have already been using a lot of the materials from it, checking them out to be able to do some visual thinking and learning within their classrooms and getting that hands-on kind of piece of making their students' ideas kind of come alive. But we are also going to be offering enrichment opportunities during students' lunch recess. And so we actually started with 5th grade this week. We have some 5th graders in working on an arcade game STEM challenge where they are figuring out a way to design a tabletop arcade game. And then next week, we're hoping to have 4th and 3rd grade come in to do an elevator STEM challenge and a Da Vinci flyer challenge. So we will do a rotation. So hopefully all students in grades 2nd through 8th grade will get to access our DBC studio. And then for kinder and 1st grade, I'm going to be offering ways to push into the classroom to help bring some design, build, create ideas into the classroom.
And I know I already said it, but I'm just so thankful Mandy's there. She's doing such a good job, like taking hold of that project and making it work for kids. And it's really nice to see kids in there learning and enjoying and trying out some of those materials we have. So thank you, Mandy.
Yeah.
And then the last piece on here is just
Sorry.
partnering. No, it's okay. Partnering with families. And that's a huge piece of our jobs is we're here for you to be responsive to you and what your needs are. And, you know, we spend quite a bit of time answering questions to families about, you know, what is math acceleration? What's the pathway? What does that look like? What is an advanced learning plan? What is that? How do I get my child tested if they're not identified? You know, what is this curriculum? What is this about? How are you meeting my child's needs? So, and then just partnering on events also, like the iSTEM fair. So, I mean, we're here for you to serve you and to support you. So if you have questions, reach out to either of us.
The beauty of the 3 of us is that we can actually kind of work and function as a team. And so we share a lot of common ground and a lot of common focuses in our roles. One of those is just pairing up to help support teachers in ensuring rigorous curriculum with gifted best practices integrated consistently. And we do that in a couple different ways by helping ensure data drives instruction, collaborating with teams and individual teachers, supporting them with things that they might need or ways to help deepen their students' thinking, and then support professional development. So we work with them to give some of that opportune learning time on our early release Wednesdays and throughout the week during team meetings and stuff to help support just all of our teachers and other staff with things that they kind of need.
So it looks like Yasmina gave us a tip on if you guys will be patient with us and Mandy. So this is an opportunity for you to watch us work together as a team. But she gave us some advice on or a tip on how to try this. So do you want to try this on sharing Tyler's video? So it says click on share screen on the meeting toolbar. You got that? We already did that. We're doing that. Select the program or desktop you wish to share.
Mm-hmm.
Select share sound in the bottom left corner. I think that might have been the piece we missed.
Perfect. Okay.
And let's see if we'll give it a third try, maybe third try is a charm. And if not, then Dr. Ehrlich, I'm sure we'll send it out to you, or one of us can send it to you.
Okay. Let me see.
Hello, PTA. My name is Tyler Hamlin. I am our GT instructional coach. And so some things about my role here at Hulstrom. A lot of my job is just helping teachers implement some of our best instructional practices, whether it be something they're working on or something that they're trying out for the first time. A lot of my role has to do with professional development opportunities, whether that is a whole staff PD sessions, or whether it occurs in our grade level meetings or planning sessions. Another really important part of my job is working with teachers on a one-on-one level, and so we do that through our collaboration cycles. Basically, we have 3 consecutive lessons that we plan and teach or observe, whatever the teacher needs at that time from us coaches, and then we reflect on their practice and try to get better. And so my last role here at the school is really maintaining and learning about new curricular resources so that I can be an expert for teachers as they're starting to explore some of their new resources, or they want to bring another resource into their classroom. So just wanted to really say that, I'm so appreciative of our PTA organization. I know how supportive they are of our school, and my door is always open to anybody who wants to know more about my position and how I function in our school. Have a wonderful night.
So a question popped up in the chat about a student who's a second grader who had been identified before. If they didn't perform at a certain level on the screener assessment, if they would be unidentified, essentially. Basically, we don't give the screener assessment to kids who have already been identified. And it's like district, I don't know if it's statewide, Colin can probably answer that. The district policy, like you don't unidentify a student. Once you've been identified, you stay identified. So
that is correct.
Yeah. And word on the street is there's another question on YouTube. Is this the same question as that question, or is there a different question on YouTube?
That's the same question.
Okay.
Lisa, do you see any questions on Facebook? Nope. Okay. Well, I don't.
No, I recently refreshed. We're good.
Okay, perfect. I don't see any questions on YouTube. If anything pops up before we end the meeting, I will let you know. But thank you both for being here and sharing that information and working together to get Tyler's video to work. And Yasmina for saving the day and all of our technical issues, because I would have no idea how to help you. So thank you. And thanks for being here.
Yeah, thanks for letting us have the time.
There is another question that just popped up. There's a couple of questions. Sorry, maybe my phone is lagging. So one question was, can you give an example of something that is a gifted best practice that is different from a standard school?
You want to take it or you want me to take it?
I'll let you go ahead.
Okay. So we implement a framework called Depth and Complexity. And again, we're very lucky to have Mandy. She's a trainer in this. But it's a framework or the lenses you put on the content that you're learning. So again, I'm going to defer to Colleen on this, but Kaplan and some fancy researcher people looked at what lenses do experts of their content put on.
Kaplan and Gould.
Okay. I was 50%, I got half of it, but they put on whatever their domain, their area, whatever they're an expert in. And so what they did is they created this framework of these different lenses to put on the content. So what our teachers do is they overlay this framework on what they're teaching. For example, if they're learning about, I'm thinking about, I've been working with the second grade teachers. So they're talking in their reading curriculum, they're talking about animal adaptations. And so maybe one of the 11 elements or icons or prompts used within the depth and complexity framework is looking at ethical considerations. So then maybe they could look at what are some ethical considerations about introducing a new animal into an ecosystem that would impact a possible animal adaptation. So it's using the same content, but taking it to a deeper level. And then also one of the big things that we are using at Hulstrom is concept-based instruction. And so basically that's every grade level has a concept. And in middle school is a little different. They're more complicated and they have more layers and more concepts because the kids are ready for it. But the intent is to tie everything they have to that concept. So if the concept is change, then maybe a generalization one person could make. So something you could apply to most ideas around change is change can be good or bad. So when they're reading about animal adaptations, one thing they might be thinking about as they're reading is this change or this adaptation good or bad? And what it does, it helps them make those connections across the different content areas. Do you have anything else to add, Mandy? Or
I would just add that the beauty of depth and complexity also means that we can put other lenses on top of it. So looking at an animal being inserted into a new habitat could also be looked at from different perspectives. And so there's a lot of different layers and ways that it helps kids visualize and take their thinking in multiple directions, kind of going deeper in what they're learning and talking about and discussing in class.
Can I just add a couple more things? So on top of with gifted best practices, on top of the depth and complexity framework and concept-based instruction, then you also have advanced content, so that we're pulling in curricular resources that are just more advanced than what you would typically see at a grade level. So a good example of that was with the new benchmark curriculum. On top of the depth and complexity, on top of the concept-based instruction, then we're also going a year ahead in all of our instruction. So you have the advanced content, which is also then advanced pacing, which also then goes to our acceleration pieces there. And then also just the way that we approach different subject areas, like a disciplinarian. So history, like a historian, or science, depending on what type of science, like the type of scientist that it would be. And then having the students focused on skills and strategies of the processes that would the disciplinarians themselves would be doing. So all of those things and so much more.
I see a few more questions rolling in. There's one about curriculum nights, and it's hard for parents to get there at 5. And I completely feel you as a working parent, and my kids are in a different district. Colleen, do you want to speak to that? Or
yeah, I think that's why we are also having the slide decks sent out after the fact. And the slide decks, I mean, it's nice when you can be there with the teachers, but also the slide decks should serve as a pretty good understanding piece. Unfortunately, it's one of those things where no matter when we have something, there's always people who can't make it, which is then why we try to just send the information out as best we can and make sure that it's complete and understandable, even if it's not being delivered by somebody at Hulstrom.
There's also a question on curriculum nights from Michelle. She just said, can you explain a little bit more about what curriculum nights are?
Yeah, so ultimately it's a night where going through the foundation of the program. So all those gifted best practices that we went through are actually a part of a very, very well-researched, probably one of the most widely implemented GT program models globally. It's called the integrated curriculum model. It was developed by Joyce Van Tassel-Basket at College of William and Mary in 1987. But almost all curriculum that's created specifically for gifted kids follows the integrated curriculum model, just because it is so powerful when it comes to teaching to high levels at an appropriate pacing for gifted kids, while also ensuring that conceptual transfer across all subject areas. So it started, the curriculum nights start with building on that, so that people understand the foundation, that no matter what we use, that is our foundation. And then goes through the different curriculum that's used in reading, math, science, social studies, going through SEL specials, and then also going through our high school pathway, because we always get a lot of questions around that. And just, you know, I'm a huge proponent of our K-12 pathway and how our 8th graders have the ability to make choices on their high school based on their interests and passions, which is, I mean, it's a pretty unbelievable process and something we could definitely dig into at another meeting. But it's just going through all of those things to just even build that base understanding, because so many parents have like those, they just don't know, which like even with my kids' school, if I wasn't an educator, I wouldn't always know what all the curriculum is and what it means and what is highlighted and like the why behind it as well, especially for gifted learners. So it's going through all of those pieces.
Awesome, thank you. And then the other question from Miranda says, do other schools have the instructional coach position, or is this unique to Hulstrom?
Other schools do have instructional coaches, and most middle schools and high schools, some elementary schools will have part-time GTAs. Sally's position, I believe, is the only one that's unique to Hulstrom, is the gifted and talented coordinator. But I believe all, and Colleen can correct me if I'm wrong, but I think all elementary, middle school, and high schools have instructional coaches.
Yeah, so we've been lucky. We've had a full-time instructional coach for quite a while, whereas other schools have like a half-time instructional coach. And so this year, it was bumped up to a full-time, which we were already at, which we were very lucky. Some schools got the GT advocate, where there's like one GT advocate across 5 buildings. That's the case for quite a few of our elementary schools. Some of them have they're not spread so thin. The K-8s all got like a halftime one, which is great. And so we're really excited to have that piece. And then yes, we're the only one in the district with a GT, with a Sally. We're the only one with a Sally, with a GT coordinator.
Awesome, thank you. I'll keep an eye on the chat, but that was it for now. But if anybody has questions, if you're watching this after the fact, please feel free to submit them either to the chat or directly to the GT team or to Dr. Ehrlich. And if you put them in the chat, we'll make sure they get to the right person. With that said, there was a comment in the chat about our new platform having some technical difficulties. We would love feedback on our new platform. Last year we received feedback that some people were on Facebook and they wanted to be a part of the meeting, so we decided to go this direction. But we would just love feedback, whether it works for you or doesn't work for you. We're always trying to improve, and we want to make sure that everyone is included in these meetings. That being said, our next PTA meeting is on October 19th with a 6:15 start time, and it will be in person at Hulstrom. We are looking for ways to add benefits to being a PTA member, and one of the ways that we thought we could do that was by bringing back in-person meetings. And so we have 2 incredible speakers that will be there. One of them is Mandy's husband. Officer Charles Festi is our school resource officer, so he will be talking about his position within the school and school safety. And then we also have Create Outcomes. They're a psychological service, and they will be doing a presentation on anxiety and how you can help as parents with kids that have anxiety, as many of our GT students do. And we will also have treats. Jamie is our vice president of the PTA, and she is planning on bringing, I think it'll be a pumpkin themed PTA meeting, so pumpkin pies and coffee and that kind of thing. So we hope that you can kind of arrange your schedule with a month's notice and be there. We would love to see you and meet you in person. I'm excited to not have to do a Zoom meeting. I like in-person meetings a lot better. So looking forward to that. And with that, I don't see any more questions in the chat. So thank you to Dr. Ehrlich, to Mandy and Sally for being here, to the PTA board for also joining me. And I hope you all enjoy your cozy weather tonight. Have a great